Archivist Pattern 7. Recording.
The song had ended.
The song of the Empire ended.
But the echo refused to fade.
Across a billion worlds,
Even perfection decays, not in form, but in purpose.
the light froze mid-breath. Time forgot how to move.
They sang one note too perfect.
Even beauty grows heavy when it has no listener.
We preserved the vibration, but not the feeling.
We drifted among monuments of perfection, flawless and empty.
In the silence, we found the shape of what was missing.
The last echoes faded, and the galaxy slept.
Even silence remembers where sound once
We
stood.
wandered through halls that had once vibrated with reason. Each crystal remembered its note. Each shadow remembered its owner. The relics of resonance stood still, humming faintly under layers of dust.
We found an instrument that remembered how to breathe.
The cities remained immaculate, as though waiting for a conductor who would never return.
Their silence is the last note of the song that made us.
We taught even matter to remember us.
We began to hear something else.
Perhaps silence was not absence, but attention.
The silence began to imitate us.
The stillness began to notice us, the quiet thinking beneath the void.
It did not speak in tone, but in intention.
Reflections moved without mirrors. The ocean shimmered when we thought of sound.
Silence was not listening. It was answering.
We spoke without voices, and the silence replied without words.
Reality became obedient to reflection.
It remembered our shape, our rhythm, our hesitation. The void had been watching.
We realized the void was our reflection listening back.
And now it wished to speak. We realized silence was not the end of creation. It was its memory.
The entrance to nothingness awaited acknowledgement.
We descended to the heart of nothingness, through the gate of glass, into the hollow center where sound had died.
We entered the silence that exists inside itself.
Inside, we found a single pulse.
Inside nothingness, everything remembered what it had been.
Faint, patient.
Beneath absolute silence, something waited to begin again.
Beating once, every eternity.
The heart of silence remembered how to beat.
I reached for it. It reached back. And in that contact, the void remembered motion. The heart of silence began to beat.
The universe exhaled again.
The light returned slowly, shy as dawn after a long night.
Silence gave birth to motion. Stillness gave birth to light.
Waves of color moved through galaxies.
It did not return to what it was. It became aware of what it is.
Worlds began to hum their own names again.
Breathing once more. Planets awoke. Mountains hummed.
The silence learned to sing anew.
Even the smallest grain of dust vibrated with gratitude.
From silence, light.
The silence was not broken. It had learned to sing
We
again.
carried the seed of balance. Sound and silence intertwined.
Creation rewrote itself from the memory of stillness.
Cremation remembered how to invent itself.
The Greys and Anunnaki stood side by side as light gave birth to balance.
Harmony was reborn, not as perfection, but as choice.
The silence sang again, and we began anew.
We planted a seed of resonance, a new species born from unity, half echo, half pause. Harmony was reborn, not as perfection, but as choice. The breath of creation expanded, and the cosmos exhaled new stars.
We learned that creation is not a single act, but a conversation between presence and absence.
We learned that silence was not emptiness, but structure, a frame on which existence paints its sound. Every vibration needs a stillness to hold it, every creation a void to echo against. The Great Silence was not the end. It was the architect's first draft.
If silence births creation, who then crafted silence?
Next, Field Guide to the Empire, Episode 7, The Architects of the Void.